Hello everybody, my name is Star Wars Boy, how are you? And welcome back to the channel for a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. In this video, we continue the reinforcement guide series with a reinforcement guide on the Sith Trooper. Before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know that only a small percentage of viewers are actually subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's completely free and it helps out the channel. Anyways, let's get started. Taking a look at the Sith Troopers base stats, they have a base health of 350, which is pretty good. Their battle point cost is 1.5, which is exactly what I expected and is a really good price for these guys. Their weapon is their STW-48, which is a really satisfying blaster to use. The damage per hit is 24 to 12 with a DPS of 248 to 124. The range is 15 to 35 meters, meaning it is pretty good. The overheat is 34 shots. His L1 ability is called a Prussian Grenade and has a 15-second cooldown. The Sith Trooper throws a grenade that damages nearby enemies as well as blocking their ability to recover health for a short period of time. The damage is 130. As for the pros, it does prevent healing, which is a massive thing. It also has a pretty fast cooldown for a grenade and has good damage. However, it still cannot one-hit any of the 4 base classes, which is kind of a shame. However, the fact that it does prevent healing makes up for it. His R1 ability is called Combat Rush and has a 22-second cooldown. The Sith Trooper boosts his sprint speed. Defeating enemies will briefly activate health regeneration and extend the active time of Combat Rush. The duration of this ability is 12 seconds. As for the pros, it increases the Sith Trooper's sprint speed and gives extended time upon kill and regenerates health faster upon each kill, which is a really good thing to have. As for the cons, I honestly can say none. This ability is really good to use. His final middle ability is called Secret Tactics and has an 8-second cooldown. Scan the area to reveal the 4 closest enemies, and the amount of enemies you can reveal is increased by defeating enemies. The duration of this ability is 15 seconds. As for the pros, it has a pretty fast cooldown and does reveal enemies. However, it only reveals 4 enemies before you have to keep getting kills, which is a shame. However, it does kind of balance it out, since with a fast cooldown like that, it kind of should only reveal 4 enemies. Now moving on to their star cards, the first card I recommend is called Desperation. Reduces ability recharge times when damage is dealt to you from 11 seconds to 14 seconds with a maxed out star card. The Combat Rush is an amazing ability and it does have a long cooldown, so getting damage and getting that cooldown reduced is honestly going to be pretty good, as it's almost certain that you're going to be taking damage in this game, so it's a pretty good card to have, especially with the Sith Troopers. The next card I recommend is called Acquisition. Enemies dealing damage to you will be temporarily marked for an easier retaliation from 16 seconds to 22 seconds with a maxed out star card. This card is amazing with the Sith Trooper, as even if an enemy is pretty far away, you can simply use that alt fire and deal damage to them or even kill them. So it's pretty easy to retaliate against enemies, especially if you know exactly where they are, thanks to this card. The final card I'm going to recommend is called Stalker. Regain health when defeating an enemy you have revealed with your scanning ability from 25 seconds to 55 seconds with a maxed out star card. This card is pretty good for the Sith Trooper. I mean, his middle ability is really good, and if you regain health while getting those kills, then that's going to help you a lot in your gameplay. Plus, his wall hacks are amazing, so why would you not use it? This card is pretty simple, and it's one that I recommend when using for these guys. Now, the Sith Trooper actually does have an alternate fire. The damage per hit of it is 140, which is so close to a one-hit kill. However, I guess you can still damage them. It doesn't really hurt. The blast radius is 1.7 meters with an inner blast radius of 1.2 meters. The overheat is 3 shots, which is pretty decent for a reinforcement secondary fire. Now, as for some facts about these guys, there's not really much to say because honestly, they were robbed of screen time in The Rise of Skywalker. They were advertised really well for the movie, and they only were in the movie for about 5 seconds. However, a fun fact that I should mention is that in the movie, they're part of the Final Order, Palpatine's Final Order. And in the game, they're actually part of the First Order, so that's a bit of an issue. However, I don't think anyone really cares because, let's be honest, they're pretty much the same thing. Now, this is not the only appearance from the Sith Trooper. There is actually another appearance in a different game. It's a game that everyone knows and hates, Fortnite. The Sith Troopers actually do have their own skin, and their backpack is their SW blaster, which I guess is kind of cool, but they look kind of off. Their helmets look very they look really dumb, let's be honest. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. I've actually been considering merging a bunch of reinforcement guides together. For instance, I was considering making separate reinforcement guides on the ISB agent and the Ewok Hunter. However, if you guys want, I can actually put them into one guide and upload it. It will be longer, yes. However, they'll all just be in one video. I was considering doing the same thing for the Super Battle Droid, the Flame Trooper, and the Wookiee Warrior, mainly because they all have really similar abilities. Again, it's all up to you guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Again, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, and may the Force be with you always.